Basic Forest, Gilded Goose.
Sure.
ETB, I make a food. One in the green, I can tap it to make a food, and then I tap it and sack a food to add a color. Go ahead.
First 60 card deck.
I will.
I'll take 2.
Birthing Ritual, Asmo, Swamp, Forest, Marshlands.
Mind if I read these bad boys?
Go ahead.
No, I was going to do you're on 18. Yeah.
I guess I'll take this bad boy.
The Ritual?
Yeah.
It's like, I don't see it. I'll use my master key first.
Your turn. Try. Here's a Saga?
Sure.
Go ahead.
I have a land drop, right? We agree? Because I've explored it.
Yes, we agree.
I'll reveal something.
Do you mind if I read that?
Yeah.
Foods or artifacts, right? Yep.
Something or another.
I will make a food in response.
Have you seen some people do
Gilded Goose deck.
Your turn.
Slot 2. Play a Swamp. Go ahead.
This thing is just gonna get shot by like. Oh.
Tree tech? Yep.
Your turn.
End step. Create a construct token.
Sure.
Go to my turn. Untap, draw. In response to the third trigger, create a construct token.
Sure.
Goes to 3. Sacrifices. Search for an artifact and value equal to 0 or 1. Grab the Underworld Cookbook. I'm gonna fetch Shock just to save on the shuffling. Marsh Flats.
I will then react to
Fetch Shock. Grabbing Godless Shrine. Activate Cookbook, discarding Asmo. Make a food. Combat. Swing of the construct that can attack for 1, 2, 3, 6. And then second main phase, black mana. Play Asmo. ETV trigger, I search for an Underworld Cookbook and put it into my hand. And then I will pass the turn after that. This cookbook.
my land return will be
It's my back.
yeah, pure Philly.
Why you bring my heart? I want to bring yours.
Oh, Maelstrom Falls. Yep. Your turn.
Actually, I think I already. No, I just drew this card. So.
Untap. Draw.
This is favorite.
Green white. Samwise Gamgee.
Margarita. Okay.
I'm going to use the ability sacrificing 3 foods to return Urza Saga to my hand from my graveyard. It's a saga.
Oh, okay.
It's a historic permanent.
Yep.
I'll play that as land for turn. And then I will play a cookbook. The saga. I will go to combat and swing for 3. Go ahead.
Go to combat. Back to 13. Oh yeah. Nadu was played. So I'll move this to the Asmo channel because that's for defense. And then I'll go to combat and attack for 11. Just make sure we do it accurately for the folks.
I'll play a character.
Yeah.
Does it matter which die I use?
No.
Okay. I'll untap 2 lands.
Sure.
Kitchen Finks trigger?
Yeah.
Your turn.
And stop. Discard Overgrown Tomb to make a food.
How many game objects would you like?
Discard Forest to make a food.
Okay.
Untap. Draw. Take some.
And I'm sorry, is that in your main phase or your upkeep?
This is at the beginning of my after my draw step.
Okay.
That's it. That's okay. No mana program. The treasure. So use the treasure play the cookbook. Do the dance again.
I'll sack 2 food to have Kitchen Finks deal 6 damage to itself with Asmo's ability.
Sure. Trigger?
Yep.
You only cast the Asmo, right? This cookbook will
Combat. Asmo.
unless you'd like to pay 11.
At Garu. For 3.
I'll block.
Sure. Go ahead.
This is blocked.
Next step. Using Golgari Midrange, cast
Let's see what kind of funny stuff you could do here.
I'd be 8 in power. I would like no food.
No foods at the moment. I can make discard a card to make a food. Let's go.
I'll go black. So floating 3 green, 2 black. Untap. Black.
I'm just gonna put this to black.
So 7.
7 mana, 4 of it black.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll Death Cloud for 4.
I will respond.
Sure.
Discard Temple Garden. Make a food. 1 food.
I'd like to
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
We're at 17.
Yep. 4 lands.
I have this for
4 creatures.
food.
5.
Step forward equals hammer. Coast equals unlockable.
Your turn. Go.
I'll create a 3/3. Your turn.
You got this. Good to go? Yeah. I'm gonna fetch, shock, and overgrown tomb and play a Gilded Goose. And then I will pass the turn.
Your turn.
Swamp. The Underworld Cookbook. Activate Cookbook, discarding Oval Chase Daredevil.
Can I read that one?
Yeah. It goes to the graveyard with the trigger to make a food on the stack.
Okay.
So then the food gets created, which then triggers Oval Chase because it's in the graveyard already, and then returns it back to my hand. Sure.
Black and red.
Play Asmo.
No matter what.
Triggered a search for a cookbook.
Yeah, yeah.
Which game? Buffalo Parmesan, Buffalo.
Saga food for a green mana. Play the cookbook.
Yep.
And then do the little Daredevil thing again. Yep. Discard it for food and then return it back to hand. Yep. Go ahead.
Jack, I was really hoping you just had enough goblins this way. Okay, that's not.
Your turn.
You're fucking I didn't realize
Verdict Catacombs.
Sure.
Viserys here.
Yeah. That's the one. Yeah, okay.
You can sack a creature, describe one. Combat? Sure. 3. Go ahead. I'm gonna respond to Scavenging Ooze. Discard Oval Chase for a food. Up to 3. Return it, and then discard it again up to 4. And return it. And then Scoots Resides. Your turn. I'm gonna fetch end of turn.
dual land, 6 mana, choose a dual land, 6 mana, 6
Shock Temple Garden.
I had the Archangel card like I had Bolos to get Lotus Field to get 9 mana. Like put an Archangel card
Still end of turn, make a food. And then untap.
I was playing the Bloodbraid Elf version for a long time, but then they re-entered.
Yeah. Draw.
And I couldn't just adapt to the new Bloodbraid Elf.
Combat.
I saw this stuff like that.
3.
Yep.
Second name, sacrifice 2 food for Asmo's ability to have Scavenging Ooze deal 6 to itself. Put Giganta in hand. And play a Dryad Arbor. Go ahead.
Unlike last week where I was like, yeah, we didn't do anything.
Go ahead.
End stop. Discard for a food.
Yeah.
4, return it to hand. Discard it for a food.
Yep.
The 5, return it to hand. Untap.
All that. fun stuff.
Draw.
Comes into play, 2 triggers. I will
Combat?
Sure. And drop my
4?
draw before it's off.
Second thing, 3, 4, 5. Giganta? Yep. Windswept.
0.
Go ahead.
So
Yep, more game.
I will go to 29, and you go to 7. Get back right.
Would have been nice to see any type of land.
Yep.
Your turn.
Shot. Gildagoose? Yep. Go ahead.
Yeah, your turn. To my draw. Yeah.
Shock.
That's the big one.
Samwise?
Yep.
And a black mana.
Sure.
I would like to.
Cauldron Familiar?
Can I read that?
Yeah.
I'd like to go shout. I'd like to go combat.
Okay. So I lose a life. And then I'm sorry, what was that bottom one? Sacrifice your food,
Return it from my graveyard to the battlefield.
Okay.
I gain a life, and then it triggers Samwise's first ability,
Yes.
which makes me a food. And then I'll pass it.
I gain 38.
You untap the forest.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so 4. My bad.
4. Yep.
Garrett.
Yep.
What is it?
I'll untap 2 lands. Kitchen things.
Yep.
Trigger. Your turn.
Marsh Flats. White of the Reliquary.
Ever read that?
Yep.
Okay.
ATB makes a food. Combat. Garuk for 1. Sure. Sack a food, return it from the graveyard to the battlefield.
Those just go like 200.
Makes a food from Samwise.
Yep.
Add a green. Play Gildagoose. ETB makes a food. Samwise trigger makes a food, so it makes me 2.
Yep.
So I'm up to 3. Go ahead. Death Cloud is triple black, right?
Yes.
On camera is Roger versus Izzy. And then Ben versus Icy.
You have 1 card left in hand?
1 card.
Versus Rob. Alex versus Kevin. You guys are welcome to play here as well. Just don't play anything with camera. That's the only thing one. That's for sure. For shaking purposes.
Activating.
I put it on she's Evan from Reserve.
Yeah, exactly.
Holy shit.
repulse the boosters?
Sure. This is a 4/4 now.
Alright, 4/4. Okay. Your turn.
And stop fetch. Grab Underground Mortuary. Sure. ETB, this surveils. I'll leave that on top. Untap. Draw. Pithing Needle. I'll name the group. Activate white, sacking Cauldron Familiar. Sure. Search for a land, put it in the play. Grab Urza Saga. Comes in with the counter. Then I'll pass the turn. I will respond. Activate Cauldron Familiar's ability. Sure. Sack a food, return it from the graveyard to the battlefield. Trigger Samwise, trigger Familiar. Screws results.
I'll remove both Gilded Goose.
Yep. Counters.
I'll attack for 8.
I'll block Thrag Tusk with Cauldron Familiar. And take 3.
Yeah, you want to make a save?
That's cool chair.
Yeah, so I just switched to Planeswalker version of Concept. What is happening? Well, I switched to it last
I will
week.
sack a food in response to return it to the battlefield.
To realize I needed the artifact cycle. So I literally had like Relic of Progenitors and unlicensed Nurses last week.
I'll do it again.
I was like, yeah, I got
That's
nothing.
Sure.
Today I played Karn and grabbed the Wormhole engine that I could cast.
And then I get the food
You
back.
didn't expect anybody playing Scavenging Goose today, man.
No, I did not.
Your turn.
We warmed up before and like I probably want to keep this. We haven't played each other in a while. You haven't played
You are tapped out right now.
Yes.
Sack Familiar.
Sure.
Well, yeah, and then this, it's got the waste
Almost dropped my back.
Would have been
My
no good.
camelback fits comfortably under
I'll
it
feel
too.
Grab Dryad Arbor.
Sure.
ETB trigger from Samwise because it's a creature.
Music festival in here.
I get a food.
So I had my massage gun in here. I had 3 pounds of beef jerky in the beginning of the weekend. Like everything you
And
fucking
then
need.
sack of food. Return Culture Familiar. Food back. Drain one.
And it was on sale for $60 from one. So
Go
I
ahead.
bought it. This thing is paid for itself. Just the fact that, you know, $5 grand in cardboard was fine after a fire hosted it. My roommate had just convinced me to bring it in the house instead of leaving it because I had just met those 2 roommates a couple weeks before, and like the other good buddy was one. And if he hadn't vouched for him, I never would have moved in. Fuck, man, that shit was crazy. But yeah, I don't. Jared started playing again. He's got a kid now, but I'm sure he'll be down with travel or something. Maybe Thomas wants to.
Making this a little less cluttered.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, he works. He's a truck driver, and he doesn't get out of work in time to be here.
Typically, well, yeah.
Jared's playing the fact that nobody's seen him.
I gotta read this again, I'm sorry.
Last week he played Boggle.
Oh, that is cool. You got a little guy coming at you with fucking.
Oh, I broke the kid.
The Samwise?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you comboed out on him, right? Like the turn before he crushed you.
Oh,
Then it will come along. These things are correct.
I used to play Boggles deck all the time. Like if I couldn't decide what I wanted to play, I'd be like, I'm not sure. Because it's always fun. Dude. I would lose 5 rounds, but every opponent that beat
No
me walked away
blocks.
pissed off and
Go to
tried to
12.
play me.
your turn.
Heads up. Make a construct.
Could not
Untap. Yeah. Draw.
They got some great. I used to put them in
When you hit what's
On
what's
to the third act
like,
trigger. Make a construct.
the set that-
Saga goes off.
Yeah.
Third, chapter 3, and
Like if you hit it,
searches.
they can't beat you. Yeah, you stick a box.
Grab the Underworld cookbook.
You just can't fight. The game's over. Yeah, the game's over.
Now, does that come into play then?
It does. Activate cookbook, discard Thoughtseize. Make a food. Play Asmo. Trigger. Grab a cookbook.
This gives +1. That's really good. So it's gone. And it's one thing is base.
Yeah, try our play cookbook. Yep. Activate Asmo, sacking 2 foods. Have Scavenging Ooze heal 6 to itself.
I guess I'll just respond and remove the Saga.
Yep.
And yeah, that's fair.
Activate this cookbook. Discard Oval Trace Daredevil. Sure. Make a food. Return Daredevil. Activate whites. Sack Culture Familiar. Grab an Urza Saga. are 8s. I'll swing with the one that can attack for 8.
It doesn't have trample, right? It's just a
No.
0. Okay, I'll block.
Just an 80.
Block, sure.
Sure. Go ahead.
I've seen the show when it sounds so
Trigger?
Yep.
Your turn.
which in my opinion helps.
Draw. Check up to 2. Make a food. Return it. Discard it again. Make a food. Return it. Okay, on sack 2 food. Have this kitchen thing steal 6 to itself. Combat. Swing with the 2 constructs.
Massive.
1, 2, 5, 6, 7. 8 with a needle, so they're 8 8s.
Yeah, I'll take 6. I go to 11, you go to 10.
Oh, I didn't fix that.
I'll block one.
Sure.
Take it.
Land for turn is a swamp. Go ahead.
Name is this.
3.
I will sacrifice this.
And how many creatures you got in there? Just one?
Just the one. You do have a saga on 2 that can make a construct.
Yeah. It'll be massive.
Be a 9/9.
Your turn.
End step.
Yep.
Make a
Forgot to force
construct.
the figures at home.
Oh,
Sack of food. Return Cauldron Familiar. Drain for 1. And then sack the Cauldron Familiar. Search. Grab another saga.
I got game 1, but there's no gas after that. Game 2, I only drew 2 lands. Oh, nice. Thanks.
Cut.
yeah, well, mine will all be the same, so. I bought that because I thought I needed a 4th one, and I was like, wait a minute, I got one.
Untap.
That's pretty sweet. Thanks.
Respond to the trigger, make a construct, actually out of constructs. So if that's fine, I just have 3 that can attack and 1 that can't.
Totally.
That works.
This goes off. Chapter 3, searches. Grabs the cookbook. And then this one goes to chapter 2.
You're the pre-release? You're the pre-release?
I did opt after round 1 so I could go home.
Oh, yeah. So I didn't tell you yet? I died in my own one. He copy crooked it.
Discard to make
and
a
then
food.
made it bigger than mine.
Return.
He copy crooked it, turned it
Again.
into a 2020 Annihilator 13.
And
I
again.
was like, oh man.
And
Died in spectacular fashion, I guess, but.
sack 2 food. Have Arbor Elf deal 6 to itself. Combat, swing with the 3 that can attack. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11. They're all 11 11s.
Yeah, I'll block 2 of them.
Sure.
Trigger.
Yep.
These are barely.
I'll play a Verdant and I'll pass the turn.
Under the flame.
How many 11 I wasn't, I just heard that.
Yeah, good games, man. Good games. That was fun.
It's not, you remember, were you at that tournament where that dude was like, I got 20 creepy dolls? And that like southern draw?
No, I don't
I was walking past, I was like, I stopped, I was like, what did you just say? He's like, 20, 20, 20, creepy dogs.